going to tell you all about the Compustar PRO two-way remote kit lineup, including the Compustar PRO T12. This remote, as well as the other two remotes, come with a 3-year warranty when purchased through an authorized dealer. The only remote in the Pro lineup that pages back to you for the alarm notifications is the PRO T12. These two will not let you know that your vehicle is getting broken into. Now what I'm going to show you is the two-way paging for the alarm. So I'm going to leave the keys right here and I'm going to go activate the alarm. With any alarm, it is default set for the unlock button to silence the alarm, and then if you would like to actually disarm the alarm, you have to press the unlock button again. The drone being added to these remote kits is new as of this year, so 2020 to late 2019 is when that started. We will start with the PRO R3 two-way. Boasts a 2-mile max range, and it also comes with the drone mobile app. Our PRO R3 is a 1-button remote that does lock, unlock, and start. To operate this remote, to lock the vehicle, you will press the button once. It will then beep at you and let you know that it actually completed the task. To unlock the vehicle, you will press the button twice. It will then beep twice to indicate that it actually unlocked the vehicle. To activate remote start, you will do a press and hold for about 2.5 seconds. Once it beeps at you, you can let go. And then once the vehicle successfully remote starts, it will chime at you like that, scrolling across the red LEDs. During the runtime, the LEDs will blink red. It will slowly ticker away on the top from 3 to 2 to 1, depending on the runtime that is remaining. To shut the vehicle down from this remote, you just press and hold the button again, and this is only if you ever wanted to shut the vehicle off after it is remote started. It will beep at you twice, indicating to you that it actually shut the vehicle off. This remote is a very basic 1-button remote. Does not have any way to activate any kind of panic or trunk release. On the back, you will see that it tells you the part number, and it also tells you what size batteries and how many it takes. To open this remote up to replace the batteries, you'll simply pry on that little pry tab right there, and then it will open up, and then you can access the batteries. This is a fantastic remote for anyone who has a push-to-start vehicle or, like me, has a Ram truck that utilizes a giant key fob. Again, that is the Compustar PRO R3. We'll discuss the Compustar PRO G15, which is also an extreme range 2-mile max two-way remote and also comes with the drone. Just for a quick size reference, these are the two remotes side by side. The PRO G15 has a lock, unlock, trunk, and start button, all individualized. To lock the vehicle, you will simply press the lock button. It will beep at you to let you know that it actually locked the vehicle. To unlock the vehicle, you'll press the unlock button. It will beep twice to let you know that it successfully unlocked the vehicle. To pop the trunk, if that is hooked up and activated in your remote start, you will press and hold the trunk button for about 2.5 seconds. And then the trunk will pop. It beeped at you twice there to let you know that it unlocked the doors and popped the trunk. Some vehicles that have a lift gate can have this hooked up to the lift gate, and it will open and close that lift gate. To remote start the vehicle, you'll just simply press and hold the remote start button for 2.5 seconds. It will beep at you once to let you know that it actually sent the command to the vehicle. And that right there means that it actually successfully started. And then the LEDs will scroll up and down on the left hand side. The LEDs will flash at you the entire runtime, and once it runs out of time, they will stop flashing. To shut the vehicle down, you will just simply press and hold that button again, the start button. It will beep at you twice to let you know that it successfully shut it down. In the manual, it will show you a whole bunch of additional features such as extending runtime, which is a 2.5 second hold on the unlock button. It will show you about aux 1 and aux 2 activation, and then it will also show you how to do the panic and other auxes. A lot of the aux functions need to be programmed by the remote start installer, and you must actually request that those get hooked up in most cases. Some vans will utilize the aux 1 and aux 2 to open and close the side sliding doors, but again, make sure that you are asking your installer to do that. To activate the panic, you will press and hold the lock button for 2.5 seconds. To deactivate, simply unlock the vehicle. In some cases, you will need to press the unlock button again to actually unlock the vehicle, as that first press is really just a silence to the alarm. And again, in order to have that panic work, you will need to request that from your installer, as most places do not do that as a standard install. On the back of the PRO G15, you will see that it has the part number, which is 2WG15RSS, and also tells you how many batteries and what size batteries it takes. To replace the batteries in this remote, simply turn it to its side, use a key, open the case, carefully open it so you don't lose any parts. The batteries are right there. Pull the batteries out, replace them. I recommend replacing any batteries that you replace with a lithium battery. You can purchase lithium batteries from pretty much anywhere. Snap the case back together, and then you're good as new. With any battery that goes out on these remotes, the first thing that will stop working is going to be the two-way functionality. So if you hit your button and it doesn't two-way back to you, but it actually did it at the car, means it's time to replace your batteries. We're going to talk about the PRO T12, which on this one, your range gets extended to 3-mile max range. You also still get the drone with this remote kit. As you'll notice with the PRO T12, the screen stays black for a majority of time, and that's to save battery. In order to simply check on the status of your vehicle, hit this center button right here. What that does is that just wakes the screen back up. If you wanted to check the temperature inside your vehicle or the voltage, you will press the remote start button for a half a second. Right there, inside my display box, it is 62 degrees. Now you press it once to activate the degrees, press it again to activate the voltage. The voltage in my display box is 11.4. To lock the vehicle, you'll simply press the lock button. To unlock the vehicle, you will press the unlock button. And as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, the lock and unlock symbol will change as you do it here. Some vehicles, that does link to the factory remote. However, in most vehicles, if you lock the vehicle with the lock button on the door, it will not update this remote. On the side, you will see that there are additional buttons. This is actually a 6-button remote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They actually call this a 5.5 button remote because this button really just wakes the screen up. On the side, you have what's called a function button, which is that F on the top. And what that does is that gets you access to the menus and also gets you access to the auxiliaries that this remote can control. You have a trunk button and you have a start button. To pop the trunk, you will just press and hold the trunk button for 2.5 seconds. It will unlock the doors and then pop the trunk if that is available. To start the vehicle, you will press and hold the start button for 2.5 seconds. Once it beeps at you, you let go. The vehicle will fire up. And then the remote informs you that it actually started. As you can see, there's a runtime here. Our display is set to runtime of 15 minutes. And what that means is your vehicle is going to run for that long. Shut the vehicle down, press and hold it again for 2.5 seconds. To activate the panic, you will just press and hold the lock button for 3 seconds. To deactivate the panic, you will simply silence it by pressing the unlock. To extend the runtime, you will just double press the start button. And as you see, it just extends it back to the original runtime. The PRO T12 is also a rechargeable remote, which means that you don't have to replace the batteries, and actually you can't replace the batteries. What you do to charge this is I recommend that you get a low amperage charger, so basically a brick that plugs into the wall. Otherwise, utilize your vehicle's charging system or a computer to plug the provided USB cord in. If you try to charge this with a rapid charger like the phones come with, it will probably get very hot and you may burn the battery out. Another nice feature of this remote is that it comes with the leather style connection for attaching it to your keys and a giant loop. It, however, does not come with the quick release like the other two do. This is the same remote that came with the old PRO T12 and the old PRO T11 remote kits. They did not redesign this remote. If you would like to know more about the auxiliary and advanced functions of this remote, watch my next video that I'll be making on this. I should be doing that soon. And I will walk you through all of that, including how to get it into second car mode, which means that you can actually use this remote on more than one vehicle. A couple of tricks when using these while you're out and about. If you don't quite know if you are within range of remote starting it, what you can do on the PRO T12 is tap the remote start button to check your temperature. If it comes back with a temperature, that means that you are within range and you can safely remote start it. With the PRO G15, what I like to recommend to people is to try to lock the vehicle. So if you can lock the vehicle, you can start the vehicle. Same thing with the PRO R3. If you can lock the vehicle, you can start the vehicle.